a student at the MCE. I'm in my third semester and I am studying for a master's in international health and social management. And my husband is over there and that's my son. We arrived in Innsbruck January this year, so we're still pretty new and trying to integrate into the system. And I just want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to tell the Nigerian story. I don't know how many of you have been looking at the news, but recently there was a flood in Nigeria, and our organization, Girls for Development Goals Foundation, which you will learn more about as I go on, our team paid a visit to one of the flooded communities, and we just want to tell the story. Okay, so according to the WHO, floods are one of the most frequent natural disasters. And of course, we know what flood is. Flood happens where an area of land that usually used to be dry now becomes watery, now has a lot of water. Okay, so lower and middle income countries face higher risk. Why is that? And by risk, we mean not only floods, but deaths from floods. The COP27 just rounded off, and we know that lower and middle income countries contribute least to climate change, yet the impact is more in those countries because there are not enough resources to mitigate the impact of climate change. But then, the reason why WHO thinks that the low and middle income countries are more at risk is also because of the flood emergency response. So it's either there is no such response in place, or it's still growing, and not as advanced. And as a result, lives could be lost and properties, which we'll learn about soon. So you're wondering, I told you, if our organization is Girls for Development Goals Foundation, so you're wondering what's the link between women and flood, right? Studies have shown that women make up most victims of natural disasters. So, the Nigerian situation. For those who do not know Nigeria, has anybody here been to Nigeria? Maybe I started that. Has anybody here ever visited Nigeria?
You should ask, has anybody visited Africa?
Okay, has anybody visited Africa here? Oh great, where?
No.
Okay, anyone in West or East Africa? No one. You'll be my guest, so don't worry. Okay, so Nigeria has, can you guess what the population of Nigeria is? Over 200 million people in Nigeria. So what's the population of Austria? 8 million. 8 million, so almost 20, more than 20 of Austria can reside in my country comfortably. So it tells you how big it is. And we have 36 states, including the Federal Capital Territory, so that's 37. Now, this flood has affected about 31 to 34 of those states. Okay, more than 600 has been killed in Nigeria's worst flooding, and this is the worst flooding that has happened to Nigeria or West Africa in the past 10 years. The national emergency team in the country says that the reason why the floods happened, apart from climate change, is because Cameroon is bounds Nigeria, shares the border with Nigeria by the east. So in the north of Nigeria, there's Niger, while in the east, there's Cameroon. So apparently their dam was overflowing, and then they needed to open it up because the water was building. And they did. And what happened? Nigeria became flooded.